people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. It says, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children. Praise the Lord. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. And you know, as humans, even as children of God, we go to diverse processes in life to enhance our lives. We go to school to enhance our mind. We read books. We go get a career so we can get a job. You want to study a course, you go through 4 years in the university to get a degree concerning a particular discipline, and then to come out so you can be good at that discipline, so you can make money, as a profession, do well at that discipline. Is it possible for someone who has not gone to the university, you go to the bank and tell them that you want a job in the bank? What would they do to you? Praise the Lord. They will chase you far from the bank. In fact, they will call police for you. Praise the Lord. They will chase you away. So why would they do that? Because they know you have nothing to offer to the bank. Not just the banking industry as well. Oil companies and even more bank is even not as serious as professional courses like law. You go to the law court and then maybe you read banking and finance. Can you go to the law court and practice? It's not possible. Bank is even liberal. So you cannot do well in a profession or do well in a career if you're not trained. And we've been hearing the fact that marriage is an institution. How many of us understand that? An institution ordained by God. And then most of us want to enter casually. We just want to enter there anyhow. No knowledge at all. Whether it's the knowledge of God or the knowledge of experiences of people that have gone ahead of us. So that's why we actually set, first Sunday, apart, so that we can actually talk about marriage. If God actually instituted marriage, if God gave us principles concerning marriage, God gives us principles concerning marriage. So how come we're not talking about it? Praise God. And the Bible goes further to tell us that my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. And then a popular saying that if the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. God will give us knowledge and wisdom this morning in the name of Jesus. So this morning we're going to be talking about 5 hard facts about marriage. 5 hard facts about marriage. Number 1 fact about marriage this morning. A lot of people carry all manner of mentality into marriage. All manner of mentality. And then you enter. Before you know it, wahala, trouble and everything starts. But God will give you wisdom this morning in the name of Jesus. Even if you're inside marriage, there is a wisdom for you this morning in the name of Jesus. Number 1 hard fact about marriage. We need to understand that marriage was never designed to make you happy. I'm sure if we give space for question and answer, this one will bring up so much questions. How can you say that? Marriage was never designed to make you happy. But before you go ahead, just listen. marriage will not solve all your problems. There are some people who are actually waiting for marriage. Like, it's saying that I will normally say here that marriage is not an escape route. All you are waiting for in life, for the singles now, all you are waiting for in this life is for the day you will get married. And then you have this mindset that when I get married, all my problems in this life are solved. Praise the Lord. You're struggling through life. You're dejected. You have a low self-esteem. No career. No source of income. And then you are waiting for marriage to solve those problems or solve that solution. Praise the Lord. Can I talk to us today? No man has the capacity to solve your problems in life. No man has the capacity to make you happy or give you joy. Don't put on a man what only God can do for you. Don't letting the responsibility on a human being, whether man or woman, what only God can do for you. God is the source of your happiness. God is the source of your life, not man, not woman. So if you have this mindset, whether you're married or not, that you're waiting, instead of you to go get a job, go get a skill, build your self-esteem, live your life. As a single, I'm addressing singles, but even though I'm still talking to the married people in this place, that you're already in the marriage and it's like hell. Your source is not your husband. The source of your joy is not your husband. The source of your joy is not your wife. The source of your everything is God. So that's why a lot of us are actually disappointed. You know, we come with so much high expectation of our wives and of our husbands. So much expectations. And then those expectations are flawed to the ground. And then we start getting bitter and angry and frustrated. No. There is no perfect marriage anywhere. So I want the singles to have it in the heart, have it in your mind. Don't come up with that mentality that a savior is going to come for me one day in the name of a husband and save me from all the troubles of this world. Save me from poverty. Save me from low self-esteem. Save my family from generational poverty. Praise the Lord. Why am I saying that? Because I want singles right now. Now that you're single. When a husband comes as a single lady, he comes to compliment you. Are you aware of that? And then the Bible says he made the man and then he made the woman to be an helpmeet unto the man. For the single ladies, now that you're single, what are you laying up for yourself? What do you have to offer? What are you bringing to the table of marriage? What are you bringing? What are you coming with? Baggages of low self-esteem, baggages of all manner of troubles. Get your life going as a single. Don't be waiting. Don't wait and say you're waiting on a man. And of course, there are few men that do that too. I know men who are actually waiting for women who have money. Looking for women, that's their target. A woman who has money, who will come and rescue them or help them. Lazy men everywhere. Praise the Lord. So it's actually a two-way thing. So don't wait there, all laid back, doing nothing, not fulfilling your destiny, not knowing your destiny, not knowing what God has called you to do in life, waiting on a man. In that state, when a man comes, it is trouble and commotion. Praise God. It's going to be trouble. So if you're single in this place right now, live your life. Get a skill, go to school, get a job, build your self-esteem, prepare yourself for your marriage. Get something, praise the Lord. I said marriage was never designed to make you happy, and marriage will not solve all your problems. How many of us, I preached a message 2016, powerful, message on marriage. And one of the points I brought out that day, I said marriage is ministry. How many of us understand that? And when you talk about marriage being a ministry, it means marriage is service. Marriage is work. And then when you work, you will get what? A reward. So don't go out looking for what marriage can give to you or what marriage will do for you. Enter into marriage thinking of what you can offer, what you can do, how you can be of help to that man that God has ordained for you, how you can help that man fulfill his destiny. Don't put reward before work. Marriage is service. Marriage is ministry. It's a call, a glorious call. For the wives, a glorious call to help your husband fulfill call and fulfill destiny, to help humanity, children, that God gives to you, physical children, extended children, it's a call. So remove that mindset of putting reward before work. Marriage is hard work. And if you don't go into it with that purpose, with that mind of purpose, mind of work, hard work, mind of service, mind of ministry, you might get it all wrong. Praise God. Marriage will first make you better before it can make you happy. Like I said, some people have, they enter marriage with all manner of expectations that no human being can meet other than God. Find your happiness before marriage. Find your happiness before you enter marriage. Because sometimes you think you're entering marriage so that marriage will make you happy. You might be so disappointed. So disappointed. And let no man, let no woman be the source of your joy. Let God and only God be the source of your joy, your source of your happiness, and your sustenance. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. So for the singles, find your purpose, live your life, get a job, make money. Marriage is not an escape route. And of course, it is a lie to think that finding a spouse will be the ultimate road to happiness and, fulfillment and satisfaction in life. Praise the Lord. Number 2 hard facts about marriage is that marriage is not all about love. I'm just trying to clear our mentality this morning. Some little things that we think or we know, maybe because of experiences of people or notions that have lasted a very long time, and then we've held on to them and think that these are the facts about marriage, but no, they are not. So the second one is that marriage is not all about love. Marriage is a choice. There's a popular saying that love is blind. Because in marriage, love is not blind though. If you don't open your eyes, you will fall into a ditch. Praise the Lord. If you say marriage is blind, if you enter marriage, if you say love is blind, if you enter marriage will open your eyes very well, clear. Praise God. So marriage is not all about love. Now, you love this man. You're falling head over heels in love with this man. Loving him to the moon and coming back. Like Pastor will always say, he's the only cockroach in your cupboard. The only sugar in your tea. Whatever you can qualify love, qualify it right now. But I want you to understand this morning that marriage is not all about love. You're seeing this guy, you're seeing this lady, and then you're feeling that emotional rush of love. And then you're saying, I must marry this person because I love this person. And then, like they say, love is blind. You are blind to everything that anybody is telling you right now. They are telling you, say, this man, if you marry him, this man will panabit you. He's showing tendencies. People are seeing it. But that your love is actually blind. You're not seeing it. Praise the Lord. And then maybe your pastor is seeing from the spiritual angle that this person, be it a man or a woman, that this person, I'm not sure this person is okay for you. I'm not sure you're going to be compatible with this person. I'm seeing these tendencies in this person. But you say, no, I love him, and that is all. Marriage is not all about love. It's a choice that you make with your eyes wide open. It's a choice that you made with purpose in your heart. Why am I marrying this person? Love aside. Why am I marrying this person? Does this person have all it takes to keep a marriage going? Why? Does this person have a vision in life? If I marry this person, will I fulfill my destiny and my call? Most of us are privileged. We actually know expressly what God has called us to do at an early stage. And then you see someone who is not even going in that direction at all. But because of this love thing, you're just putting your head and you don't want to hear any other thing. You're heading for a disaster. So it is not all about love. Marriage is a choice. It is a choice that you put one and one together. It is a choice that you sit down and receive counsel. Spiritual counsel, physical counsel, emotional counsel. So don't just go about with this feeling that I love this guy and then I must marry. There is much more to marriage than just love. There is much more to marriage than just being in love. Because when the chips are down, that thing you called love will turn to another thing. It will turn to. Haven't you seen people who profess all manner of love? And then when things begin to happen, in fact, some husbands, some of them kill one another. Are we not aware? They kill themselves. But these were people that were once in love. Professing love and telling the person that you are my only cockroach in my cupboard. So what happened? What went wrong? In the process, what went wrong? So a lot of things were actually not put into consideration. They were carried away by love. When you want to choose a spouse, a husband or a wife, let love not blind your eyes. Open your eyes and shine your eyes. Praise the Lord. So I want you to understand today that marriage is not only about love. A whole lot, other things are involved in marriage, like purpose. Purpose. What is my purpose? What is your purpose? And then you sit down and ask yourself vital questions. Is it going where I'm going? Is she going where I'm going? Vital questions in marriage. Praise the Lord. I said it is a choice. And of course, a choice you make not just on your wedding day. It's a choice you keep making every morning, every day, every month, and every year. Year after year, you keep making the choice. If you've made that choice on the wedding day, month after month, year after year, you keep making that choice. If not, you will just discover that events will just take over the marriage. Events will take over the marriage. And then you look back, you're like, what happened to us? What happened to us? So enter marriage with purpose. And of course, make sure vital questions in your heart are answered. Praise the Lord. And then number 3, hard facts about marriage is that great and successful marriages don't just happen. Great marriages don't just happen. You work them out. It's a combination. Of course, one person can actually destroy a marriage, but it takes 2 people to make a marriage work. These days we have this notion that we are actually accepting that the woman should be this, the woman should know how to cook, the woman should know how to dress sexy, you understand, clean the house and everything before you can actually have a good marriage. They hammer so much responsibility on the woman, and then sometimes women go all out of the way to try to make the marriage work. But making a marriage work is actually the responsibility of both the woman and the man. I'm not coming here to say a woman shouldn't know her onions, shouldn't know how to cook, know how to keep house, get going with what you need to do. But keeping a marriage working is not just the responsibility of a woman. It's the responsibility of the man and the woman to make the marriage work. You don't just leave marriage to chance and then it works. It will not work that way. There is such thing as commitment. What's your commitment to that marriage? What's your mindset about that marriage? Praise the Lord. No seminar. You're not reading any book on marriage, how to make your marriage better. You don't even want to know. The way you've been doing it right from the day you got married, as it was in the beginning, so shall it be. No improvement whatsoever in the way you communicate with your wife. No improvement. Do you know that we have skills in communication? There are books you can actually read on how to make my marriage work, how to communicate better with my wife, how to love my wife better. You understand the temperament of a man, you understand the temperament of a woman. General principles that can at least make marriage work. You bring yourself down to learn them, to practice them, and of course, you can't tell me that you're putting effort in making your marriage work and that marriage will be destroyed. As a man, you want to see your wife better. As a woman, you want to see your wife, your husband better. You want him to fulfill destiny. You create an environment of peace, an environment of joy. You're supportive, you're appreciative. Consciously. Not leaving it to chance. Consciously. So there is no marriage that is working today that the 2 parties involved didn't say in their heart that we have to make this work. If marriage is left to chance, the devil will take his chance. The devil will take his place. And we know that the devil doesn't like marriage. The devil hates marriage. If God says, I hate divorce, devil loves divorce. How many of us are aware? He loves divorce very, very well. Because the unity of a man and his wife scares the devil like hell. That bond, that unity of a man and his wife. The Bible says 1 will chase 1,000, but 2 will chase 10,000. So he knows. He knows. He knows what both of you can achieve together. So he will bring separation. How many of us married people can actually testify that since the day we married our husbands, There's one particular thing we have been trying to change for 10 years. It has not changed. Do I have a witness here? Oh. One, at least one. It might not be so much evil or a bad thing to say, but maybe one small character of maybe the way he eats or the way he handles this thing that you don't like, and you talk like every day, but he's not changing. How many of us can testify? Praise the Lord. So almost all the married people will tell you that I've been trying to talk to my wife about this thing for 15 years, but she has not changed. I've been trying to talk to my husband about this thing for 20 years, but he has not changed. Who told you he will change? He can only change by the mercy and by the grace of God. So for singles, don't even try getting into marriage and telling yourself that when I marry, see this one, I will change it. If you cannot live with it, run away. At least give yourself benefit of doubt. If you cannot live with this particular thing, this one you are seeing now, just run away. Except you can tolerate it that, oh, it's not a problem for me. I can manage. But you say, I am entering to change him. Your name is sorry. Praise God. So you're not God, you're not the Holy Spirit. So don't come up with that mindset that when I marry him, I will change him. Only God can change a man. And when him and God decides to change, it might be 100 years later. The day him and God decides that, okay, I'm ready, God. It might be the whole marriage lifetime. So don't go deceiving yourself that you're seeing this man now or you're seeing this woman now. You're seeing some traits that are very repulsive, and you're seeing some traits that are disgusting. Traits that are, irritating and intolerable. And then you're saying, I'm going to change him. Have this mindset that except you want to cope, you can go ahead. But if you know you cannot cope, because the frustration that you will have. Praise God. So singles, don't go into marriage saying that I'll change him and I'll change her. And then for the married couples who are still actually struggling and getting frustrated and getting all worked up in the name of you want to change your husband. For 10 years you have not changed him, forget about it. The day the only thing you can actually do is pray about it. You can ask God, of course, like I said, the day him and God decide that he will change, he will change. But for you, move on. And God will give us grace in the name of Jesus. And then number 5, right? Okay, a broken courtship is better than a broken marriage. Some of us are actually entangled with someone right now, and then we are saying that maybe sometimes even when the date is set, and then you notice that this thing won't work, please run away. It is better to be single and believing God to be married than to be married and praying to be single. Are we aware that there are some married people now that are praying that they should be single? As in, they want to be like you now that is single. But you now, you are praying for marriage. Praying to get married. God, when will my husband come? When will my wife come? I want to get married. All manner of prayer. But there are people that are actually married and praying, wish they never married. They never got married. They are praying to be single, never got, pray that they never got married. So it's better that you're single right now. You have your peace. Your life is together. Your life is in one piece. You're single. Waiting on God's time for God to give you his own. The one he has prepared for you, than to be married to the wrong person. So don't ever say you want to rush it or everybody is marrying, I'm the only one left. It is better to be single than to be married to the wrong person. Because the rest of your life might be all frustration. Praise God. So don't hold on to that relationship because you must marry. And then you're holding on to that guy, you're holding on to that girl. I must marry, my time has come, this is my time, I must marry. And you're seeing some danger signals, but you're still putting your head. Come out from that relationship. Your purpose and your life is more important than that relationship or that marriage or that man. So come out. Praise the Lord. And of course, you go ahead when you're convinced and sure that God is directing you to do that. And then number 6, and finally for today on hard facts about marriage, is that wedding is a day affair, but marriage is a lifetime affair. So prepare for your marriage, not just the wedding. A lot of us, especially ladies, some people want to have big weddings. I've heard of it. I saw a couple who had their wedding in a stadium, and then after 1 or 2 years, the marriage scattered. All manner of things done. Millions wasted on the marriage. They prepared so much for the wedding ceremony, traditional marriage, church wedding. Did all manner of entertainment, cooking, and a whole lot of things were done, souvenirs and everything, spent money, but the marriage did not last. They prepared for wedding, they did not prepare for marriage. Marriage is a lifetime, wedding is just a day. Even if it's not just a day, it can be a week, because you might have your traditional marriage a week before your church wedding, but whatever it is, the ceremony is not the main deal. So prepare for your marriage, not just for the wedding. We notice that we take so much time to actually arrange the wedding, the hall. If you see decoration some people do on the wedding, half of that decoration or preparation for that decoration was not done for the marriage. And then you start hearing all manner of things happening with you, like this kind of glorious marriage wedding that they had. Why all of these things? Because they didn't prepare for marriage. They didn't ask the questions they were supposed to ask. They didn't find out the things they were supposed to find out. They were just interested in mundane things, surface things, and then they didn't pay attention to things, depth about marriage. And then before you know it, the whole marriage comes crumbling down. So prepare for your marriage, not just the wedding. We make plans, wedding planners spend money, wedding, but no investment in the actual marriage itself. Prayer, such as prayers, gaining wisdom, reading books, and taking counsel about marriage, on how you can have a successful and productive marriage. Not just, wedding planners coming and arranging the wedding for you. You need to gather wisdom on how you can have a successful marriage, and how you can make your marriage work as a man, as a woman. What are the principles in the Bible concerning marriage? Do you know the principles? Do you know what God has said concerning marriage? Do you know what God has said to the man, to the woman concerning marriage? Praise the Lord. I believe that with this view, what God will give us, that's wisdom and understanding to be able to fulfill our marital destinies in the name of Jesus. Can we give God praise for his word to us this morning?